serving that Thanksgiving dinner, there are things that you need to know so your guests don't get sick. I'm Jason Berry. Coming up, a special edition of Dirty Dining. With a Thanksgiving twist.
Tonight, CBS 5 News is sending a health inspector into a Valley home to look for health code violations. And CBS 5's Jason Berry joins us live from inside that Phoenix home to explain how this is all going to work. Jason.
Well, health inspectors make routine visits to Valley restaurants all the time, but we want to know is how would a real inspection do, or how would a home cook do in a real home kitchen, and how would it stack up just before Thanksgiving? Tonight we've asked an inspector from Maricopa County's Environmental Services to come here and point out the potential health hazards in Cindy Good's home. It's a way for us to show you what you should and should not be doing while preparing your Thanksgiving dinner. Joining me now is Health Inspector Tricia Bergman. Tricia, what are you looking for during these inspections?
We're looking for temperatures of when we cook meats, making sure they get to the proper temperature. We're looking for hand washing and making sure we're not cross-contaminating other items such as going from raw meats into salads. We're also looking to make sure that after you have your meal that you're getting it back into the refrigerator and getting it down to the proper temperatures.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, Tricia. Now, Tricia will be actually inspecting this home on CBS 5 News at 6:30. That's when we will also give you the top 5 things you need to know to make sure your friends and family don't get sick from your Thanksgiving meal. That's tonight on CBS 5 News at 6:30. Reporting live in Phoenix, Jason Berry, CBS 5 News, telling it like it is.
Really? You see our Dirty Dining segments every week, exposing the Valley restaurants not keeping a clean kitchen. Tonight, it's Dirty Dining with a Thanksgiving twist. We're showing you what you need to know to keep your holiday guests from getting sick. CBS 5's Jason Berry joins us live from a Phoenix family's home to explain how this is all going to work. Jason?
Well, if you had a health inspector in your kitchen the night before Thanksgiving, would you get a passing grade, or would they recommend shutting you down? With all the frantic stuff going on in kitchens across the valley during the holiday, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things you need to know. Chances are there are a few health code violations lurking in your kitchen that could make your friends and family sick. What we want to do is show you some of the do's and don'ts of preparing your Thanksgiving feast. And here to help us out is mother of 3, Cindy Good, who's busy seasoning her turkey. She's allowed us into her home and agreed to let a health inspector evaluate her kitchen. Now, Cindy, how do you feel about bringing a health inspector to check out your kitchen?
Well, it's a busy time, and there's a lot going on, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but you know, I hope we get everything clean, and I hope the kids know what they're doing. I usually do, I hope, but, you know, we'll see how we go.
All right, thanks a lot, Cindy. Now, again, that health inspector will be doing an inspection of this kitchen while they are cooking in just a few minutes. It's a great opportunity to show you what you should and should not be doing as you prepare for Thanksgiving. It's something you don't want to miss, coming up in just a few minutes. Reporting live in Phoenix, Jason Berry, CBS 5 News, telling it like it is. Okay, we'll see that scorecard in a few minutes. Thanks, Jason. And right this minute, a health inspector is inside a Phoenix family's kitchen looking for health code violations. Coming up, we'll tell you what you need to know this Thanksgiving to prevent you and your family and friends from getting sick.
Family's kitchen on this night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is one generous family for letting us in there, and it's a way that we can show all of us how to avoid making your guests sick this holiday.
CBS 5's Jason Berry joins us live near North Central Phoenix with the details on this one. Jason.
Every week we show you inspectors combing through the kitchens of Valley restaurants looking for health code violations. Well, tonight we brought one of those inspectors inside a Phoenix home, and there she is right over there, hovering over the shoulder of family members of Cindy Good and her kids. Since this is the night before Thanksgiving, there's a lot of prep work going on, a lot of food out, a lot of food in the fridge. Tricia Bergman with Maricopa County Environmental Services is right in the middle of her inspection. Tricia, what exactly are you looking for here?
We're looking for anything such as contaminating from the turkey to make sure that they do not wash the turkey because the bacteria can spread. We want to make sure that when we are handling vegetables and when we're dispensing things, that we're not going from the turkey back over to our other products and actually causing an issue with that.
All right, and what about what the kids are doing here as far as cutting vegetables? What do we need to know? What do people need to know at home?
Well, we want to make sure that that cutting board, that the turkey does not go to that cutting board. And if you do have to use your cutting board for your turkey, that we do take and wash it, and preferably that we do sanitize it. Now, if you do take and decide to wash your turkey, that you're actually using some type of disinfectant wipe to actually wipe all the counters.
All right, that's great. Again, in the meantime, we'll let Tricia get back to work, but we want to show you right now, if you take a look at your screen, we want to show you the actual five things that you can look for and you can do at home when you're actually preparing your Thanksgiving meal. Thoroughly clean cutting boards, knives, dish towels. Thaw your turkey in the fridge. Cook the turkey to at least 180 degrees. Avoid cross-contamination, and always, very important, don't leave the food out. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to do kind of a scorecard, let you know how Cindy Good and her family did. We'll tell you how they did on their inspection coming up in a few minutes. Live in Phoenix, Jason Berry, CBS 5 News, telling it like it is.
Yeah, that'll determine if she lets us back into her house. Thanks, Jason.
Back out here live with the results of our Dirty Dining home inspection. Cindy Good, she is our mother of three. Tricia, our inspector, how did she do prepping for Thanksgiving?
Cindy did very well. She washes her hands a lot, and she actually takes, and she did not wash the turkey, which is very good. We don't want to see that. Her refrigerator has digital thermometers in there, is holding 38, so she did very well.
All right, again, some good advice. Anything else you want to tell people what they need to
Well,
do?
she did take in, when she's washing her hands, she did take and use the same towel to take and dry her hands. We would recommend that she uses the paper towels that are on the counter there. We'd also recommend that she has a thermometer to take temperature for the bird.
All right, some very good advice. Again, it's important. Wash your hands. Always clean your utensils. Every little detail makes a difference. You don't want your guests getting sick this Thanksgiving. Reporting live in Phoenix, Jason Berry, CBS 5 News, telling it like it is.
Guess we can look forward to an invitation back to the good house. Thanks, Jason.
Before you start preparing your Thanksgiving dinner, there are things you need to know so your guests don't get sick. A very special Dirty Dining Thanksgiving edition you don't want to miss.
Taking Dirty Dining to a Valley home to make sure your guests don't get sick tomorrow. Here's Jason Berry with everything you need to know before you start cooking.
If you had a health inspector in your kitchen the night before Thanksgiving, would you get a passing grade or put your guests at risk? Well, tonight, Phoenix mom Cindy Good has allowed us to bring a health inspector into her home so we can show everyone the do's and don'ts of preparing your Thanksgiving feast. With such a hectic holiday, there are a lot of potential health hazards lurking in everyone's kitchen. Maybe a dirty dish rag or a knife that hasn't been re-washed. Joining us now is Tricia Bergman with Maricopa County Environmental Services. Tricia, what are really the 5 key things you need to know before you start your Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, we hope everybody's got their turkey thawed, and if they don't, that they go get a fresh turkey, that they cook the turkey to 180, and if they stuff it, the stuffing should be 165, that they're washing their hands after they handle raw meats, and that in about 2 hours after they finish their meal, the food should go back into the refrigerator in small containers, and then we want that food to be 41 degrees and not held for more than 7 days.
All right, some good advice there, Tricia. Now, re-washing or not letting food sit out may not seem like a big deal, but it could make all the difference on whether or not your friends and family come back next Thanksgiving. Reporting in Phoenix, Jason Berry, CBS 5 News, telling it like it is.
Thanks, Jason. The